Facebook Live. Hey, welcome to another edition of Vnetwork Radio, music, entertainment, talk. And we're here live.
And that keeps on bothering me. Lord, I'm waiting. Good God about it. Lord, I'm calling on your name because I need your help. I'm just waiting for
All right, Facebook, tell a friend, tell a neighbor, tell a relative that we are on with our special guest all the way from Brooklyn, New York. Unlimited, they are in the house.
What I need you to do right now is look up towards heaven.
Make sure you share this broadcast. Make sure you share the broadcast.
Yeah. God, somebody will wait on. Yeah. We can't do nothing until you call. We cannot go on until you call. We can't do nothing until you call. We're waiting on you. God Almighty help. We're waiting on you now. God Almighty. Nobody with your
All right. Welcome again. Welcome to our viewers and our listeners out there, Facebook Live. Hey, thank you for tuning in to Music Entertainment Talk. Hey, we got a wonderful program for you today. And join with us today is Mr. Keith Anthony Carter and Mr. Gerard Roman. We're going to add him in shortly. And he's coming in the house. He's on the highway and on his way in. Yes. So, hey, welcome to the Vnetwork Radio and Mr. Keith. It's great to have you guys. It's a privilege. You guys are doing a lot in the music industry, in the gospel music industry, and you guys are traveling all over. I'm telling you, we see you at mostly all the concerts. When you come to Connecticut, and it's like, man, it's always a privilege to see you guys. Hey, welcome.
Oh, thank you so much. It is an honor to be here this evening. It's an honor for us to be able to have this moment to spread our message, give light to our group. We are honored and we are thankful for this opportunity that we have to share.
And just joining us is another member of the group is Gerard Roman. He just joined us. Right. How you doing, Gerard?
I'm doing well, my brother. How you doing?
All right, we doing good. Tell us, I'm going to start off with you, Keith. Tell us a little bit about yourself and the group, and then we'll go to you, Gerard.
Okay, well, Unlimited has a past, even though we seem to be a new group. This has been a dream of ours for over 10 years. We grew up loving quartet gospel, and we grew up under the leadership of our mothers. They had a group by the name of the Johnson Unlimited from Queens, New York. Mm-hmm. And man, when I say that these young ladies could sing, oh man, they could sing. We grew up under them with our little play guitars. I can't play till this day, but my cousin, he has learned how to pick up every instrument possible. And they really reared up in us a love for gospel music, a love for God. And that's how we really got our start. So after they had their group, we, decided to come together. And at first we named it the Johnson Unlimited Second Generation. We would call it the JU2 at that time. And I moved with my parents. I moved to New Jersey, and they kind of broke us up for a minute. And we came back together, I believe, we were around 19, 20 years old. We came back together and said, you know what? We're grown now. We actually have an opportunity, so let's do it. And, myself, my cousin, my god brother, Hezi Bethea Jr., we came together. We joined forces, and ever since then, Unlimited was born. So,
all right, Gerard, you're up.
Yeah, pretty much. My name is Gerard Romain. I'm a producer, singer, songwriter, and my role in the group is I'm the keyboard player and the producer.
All right.
like certain bookings and things like that. But we all work together as one, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So, and with the group, I love working with the group. You know, the guys are the best, and you know what I like about our group, we're all around the same age, so it's like, you know, we're all growing together. So, you know,
Mm-hmm.
that's all I pretty much got to say.
You know, I see you guys are on with a lot of concerts with a lot of greats such as DMD. You name it. You guys have performed on stage with these guys. Tell us a little bit what's that's like, and you know, and your influences.
Well, two of our biggest influences is sorry, Gerard. You know, I'll let you answer in a minute. Two of our biggest influences is our family. We come from a great family of gospel. Um, Keith Wonderboy Johnson being our cousins, and Darrell McFadden being our big cousin as well. Um, Being on stage with them, or being in the same room as them, or in the same element as them, sometimes it's really a great opportunity because they have become such great people in gospels, these great household names. Um, and for us, it has always been um, a standard for us.
Mm-hmm.
They have raised the standard of being a gospel great so high that we've always wanted to make our own staple and our own mark in gospel. So sometimes it can be a blessing and it can be a crutch because, as we like to say in the group, we love working with a chip on our shoulder. You know,
All
having
right.
something to prove, and having something to really motivate us to keep bringing good, great gospel.
All right, we got so many out there chiming in. We got Jay Beeman Holloway, Unlimited. Yes. All right. We got George Lovejoy. He's out of Springfield,
Hey,
Massachusetts.
what up,
Hey, how
man?
y'all
Yeah.
doing?
Yes. We got
Jeff, what up?
Rob J Smooth, a fantastic
Uh,
drummer out of New Haven.
Hey,
He's
what
out
up,
there.
Sam?
All right. We got your uncle
what
there,
up?
Irvin Johnson. Yes.
Michi!
Michi's out there. We got so many out there that's tuning in. Great group of men,
Oh,
Unlimited.
love you, bro. Love you, man.
Jarrell.
Love you.
Yeah. So yeah. All right, Gerard.
Yeah, so pretty much it's basically for me it's an honor because I be around them, both of them, all the time and stuff like that, and they both installed so much into me so far. But it's like, you know, just to be on the same building, you know, just to be in the same building or be on the same program with them, to me is an honor because I look up to these
Yeah.
guys, like, you know, I still do. I mean, they might not
Yeah,
still look up to you.
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh yeah. Yeah. I
definitely.
mean, and you know, when I was in the quartet industry, also, I like to say that when I started, you know, Hezzy was the one I talked to. You know, he was playing for his gospel group, and then Keith Wonderboy, and you know, he really inspired me. You know, because I play guitar also,
Okay.
so in the gospel music industry. So yeah, I mean, yeah, it's great. Um, when you guys go into the studio, we want to give some tips of the industry. You know, a lot of times guys just want to just jump in and just get in here and clown around. And when you go into the studio, what does it take to go into the studio?
I would first say patience and not to rush things because it sounds good to you doesn't mean, you know, it's studio ready. And it's just basically it's best to just take your time when you're in the studio and know what you're doing first. Don't just go in there and just waste time and things like that. Just go in there and know what you're doing.
Hmm.
Yes, I would love to piggyback on that. I would say, in our experience, we always go in with a plan. So if we are getting ready to go into the studio and work, we already have an idea of what music we're going to be doing. We have already talked about the plan that we're going to come up with in order to start the recording process. So definitely, when you go into the studio, don't go in without a plan. Make sure that you have a plan in action, that you all can come together and first be on one accord. You can all come together as one, as a whole group, and definitely put everybody's best foot forward into executing that plan and putting the music together.
Let's talk about your projects. You've got several projects out there, unlimited live experience, and let's go in recording. Let's talk about your recording first, and then let's talk about recording live versus studio.
Oh well, I'm glad that you said that. Our first album, our initial album was called The Presentation. And that was a great learning experience for me. And I'll say it on air. This young man, Gerard Romain, man, he put me through the ringer. Um, it was a 2 year process, and Gerard really groomed me into being, I would say, an artist, because
Mm-hmm.
everything that I felt was great, and oh, we could put that out and I'm singing. Gerard was like, no, it's not ready yet. You got to do it again. Take your time. So before I knew it, it was a 2 year process. And
Mm-hmm.
recording that album definitely set a standard for me. Now that when we go into the studio now I know what to expect. Now I know how to execute. Now I know what is expected of me as a singer. So
Mm-hmm.
that is one entity within itself. Now recording live, that's something that can be it can be a little task as well. It's not our first time recording live. I would say it's our first successful time
Yeah.
Yeah.
recording live on one night. But we tried it a bunch of times.
Okay.
So even in that, again, I got to give it up to my producer and my brother and my partner.
Yeah.
Uh, through the multiple experiences of trying to record something live, uh, he taught me how to execute. Listen, you can't
Yeah.
just go up on stage and be singing all these crazy notes. You got to know exactly what you're doing, how to execute, because what they hear live is what you will hear in the recording.
Mm-hmm.
So he grew me to be a fantastic artist,
Yeah.
Gerard.
And also we have before Gerard, we got Aero Faith. Those guys are dynamic, right? The Aero
Yes,
Faith.
man.
I'm telling you,
We love
man.
them. One of my favorite groups, man.
Word.
Yes, yes.
We love y'all,
Thank you.
man.
And now we got another
Darren,
Darren Pear.
what's up, B?
All right. And so many are chiming in on the post. Hey, want to let you all know if you have a question you want to raise with the Unlimited Gospel Group, just type it in the chat and we'll pose the question out there for them. They're here, and we're talking about their project. And one of their newest project that's out in the church now is a live project, and is Unlimited the live experience. If you haven't gotten that CD, you want to go out to the digital downloads and get that CD project, because it's definitely dynamic. I love that song, Wonderful. And we're going to discuss the titles of these songs after. And Gerard, you're up next.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
The
All
process of
right.
recording
We,
that.
Oh, the live. You talking about live music?
yeah,
Live
yeah,
recording.
Both
live,
the album
live
and live.
versus. Yeah, live versus going in a studio recording and versus a live recording. Let's talk about that.
I would say a studio recording is more easier because you can take your time, you can stop, go back in, fix certain things. So with a live recording, like drums, you really can't do over because it's going to be heard in the overheads, and definitely the lead vocals.
Mm-hmm.
E vocals is wrong on a live recording. You can hang it up. I mean, you can do it over, but it's not
Yeah.
sing it exactly how you did it. So like if you watch the video and you did your leads over, it
Uh-huh.
might not match up. So I would say,
So I mean, if you did the leads over, it wouldn't match up.
yeah.
Can I say something?
Go ahead.
Man, Gerard is not telling the truth about that. I'm gonna tell a real secret on air, and I'm gonna give the viewers a
Uh,
little insight on Unlimited. So one of our songs named "Anyway You Bless Me" on the initial album is called "The Presentation." One of the songs is named "Anyway You Bless Me." It's one of the first songs that I wrote for the
mm-hmm.
group. We recorded it live,
Mm-hmm.
and back then Gerard was so excited about the group that he took the live recording and he put it up on SoundCloud. And we got a couple of bad reviews. And Gerard was like, "I got to take it down, but we're gonna do it over." So I'm like, "Do it over? We recorded it live." He made me study the lead verse by verse,
Uh-huh.
word by word, and I went back to our grandfather's church where we recorded it initially
Uh-huh.
and re-recorded it.
Wow.
So Javard is saying that you can't do that, but he's a mastermind in production. He's incredible. So yes, you can fix it sometimes if you know what you're doing. But
All
yes,
right.
that's what we did. So even though it seems to be live
Uh-huh.
on the CD, it's not really live. We overdubbed it and
Okay.
I did it again.
Okay. Where there's a will, there's a way, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Um, yeah, so that's great. Hey, we got another viewer out there who's shouting out to you guys.
Hey man, what's up,
Anthony
man? How you doing,
McDaniels.
Doc?
All right. All right. Yeah, so many people are chiming in. Also, we're gonna put up our telephone line to take telephone calls. If you guys want to give us a call at the studio, that's the telephone number 860-461-7577.
Yes, sir. Somebody call in and talk to us. Y'all
Yeah,
know us,
eight
man.
six
We
zero
some
461-7577. And we are here with Unlimited all the way from Brooklyn, New York. Brooklyn is in the house. And want to make sure that you all call in on that telephone line is 860-461-7577. Give a shout out to Unlimited. I know they really appreciate all the support of all the fans that's out there and people and groups that they've worked with down
yes,
through the
yes.
years. And so, yeah. Um, when it comes down to expectation with, these artists that are, the artists that have been out there for 30, 40, 50 years, and singing gospel music. Now, what are some of the expectations that you guys carry?
For us or for other artists?
For you guys, you guys see these other artists as mentors. What is the expectation for you guys? Do you guys set a high expectation or do you guys set a low expectation for yourselves?
I believe that as time goes on, we always try to raise the level of expectation. So
Mm-hmm.
honestly, when we first started the group, it was just a dream that we had.
Mm-hmm.
And then we were doing some shows and we were recording, and then independently as our five young men group, we dropped our first album.
Mm-hmm.
Once we did that, we didn't even understand the what's the word I'm looking for? We didn't know what to expect as far as the audience that we would uh you know um we
Reach
would
out to.
reach out to.
Mm-hmm.
And at that moment, once we saw that impact, we said, "Wow!" So it
Mm-hmm.
made us raise the expectation again. Then we did the live experience. Then we started getting more love, and now that we're in the process of recording another um, album, we're just raising the expectation a little bit higher, past some of the things that we've done and what we look forward to do in the future.
Let's talk about production wise. A lot of times, a lot of groups, and here's where the quartet industry sometimes fails in their production. The project is not, up to standards. The metadata tags are not entered for the MP3 CD project. So when radio stations like myself get the music, we have to go in and enter all the information, and a lot of times groups like to, penny pinch and say, well, I just want to get it done. And it's a whole lot easier where we can take that MP3 or take that CD, enter it, and all the information is there because it plugs it into our database. Um, and it's a lot easier instead of us, because we don't have the really enough time. We're stretched with time enough as it is. A lot of radio stations, so they want to have that information available. When they plug in the information, hey, boom, it's there. They's like, man, I like this group right here. I'm gonna put this group on heavy rotation. You know what I'm saying? Instead of light rotation because of the time that they have to enter in all the data and information regarding the group. Having the EPK, all that. How important is that in the production and then also, marketing your group?
That's
Well,
you, Gerard. Go ahead.
it's very important because if you don't have like certain aspects, like code, like your music coded and signed up
Mm-hmm.
with BMI, signed up with SoundScan, and
Mm-hmm.
things like music is played on the radio, you won't get paid for what you did and things
Mm-hmm.
like that. People won't even know who you are or stuff like that. Like, because I know a lot of artists that got music that's on the radio, but it's not registered with the companies, the copyright companies. So it's
Mm-hmm.
like your music playing online, and you're not getting no recognition for your music. You don't know if you don't know if it could get to Billboard or anything.
Right.
So very important. So take care of your paperwork. That's first and foremost, because a lot of
Mm-hmm.
people take your music and jack it or whatever. Just it's best to just do business right from.
Yes.
And
Mm-hmm.
one of my favorite sayings is, "Without paperwork, that's how the devil steps in." You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Gotta have your paperwork. You got paperwork that won't give no room for the devil to step in, man.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Pretty much.
Even promoters, they even state that,
Mhm.
hey, we want, songs that you've written. Some promoters, they want, songs that you guys have written. They don't want to hear you sing Lee Williams songs,
Right, right,
you
right.
know. So, and you want to plug in on that, Keith?
Yes. We have been fortunate to have talents in our group. First of all, let me say this before I move forward. Just because you see me and Gerard here today, we're
Right.
only representatives of the group tonight. But we have an amazing group of guys. Myself, Gerard Romaine, Hezi Pathea Jr., uh, Corey Teddy G, Dayron Clark, Eric Sutton. We've all come together as a collective to be the group that we are. And
Yeah.
yes, it is awesome to have the talent that we have in the group. Luckily for us, I'm not gonna say that we. I'm not gonna say that we didn't start like that. We did start like that. We were the kids singing Mississippi Poor Boy and Heard of a City. We were those kids, but through time we uh, grew these talents and we learned how to write. We learned how to play our own instruments. We learned how to compose and put our music together. And it is good because now you know that you're not getting a carbon copy of anyone else. You're getting
Right.
authentically who we are, what
Mm-hmm.
we have to give, and our talent. So yes, writing your own music, performing your own music, putting your own music together is not only a blessing to others, but it's a blessing to you when you can put out your own body of music and see the effects of it. Like I never thought that a song like, you know, I Get Joy or While I Have This
Mm-hmm.
Chance or Any Way You Bless Me or, Thank You Jesus that's written by Hezi Pathea Jr. or
Yeah.
Wait on Jesus written by Hezi. Again, I never thought that these songs coming from us would
Mm-hmm.
affect so many people. So it's
Yeah.
a blessing.
And I just want to say that one of my favorites is that wonderful, because it's nice and mellow, that wonderful, you know. And we're going to talk about those titles. We got some questions in the chat room. Hey, fellas, with you guys being so young, how hard is it to make sure that egos don't get in the way? And who are some of your favorite up and coming quartet groups?
Well, I wouldn't say. No, let me be honest. Sometimes it is hard,
Yeah.
and I wouldn't say it's because of egos, but you have to understand that our group it ranges from 21 all the way up into 28. So it's eight. I mean, it's six different personalities, six different opinions that all have to come together and be one. So of course, I'm not going to say that we're so loving and we're peaceful all the time. We bump heads a lot. So that's one thing. But me being a minister, I've always learned and I express it a lot that we have to keep God first.
Yeah.
Keeping God first is the initial thing. Want to know why? Because we're doing this for God in the first place. And if we can't reverence Him at the end of the day, then God can't bless anything that we're doing. Besides that, I will always say, some of my favorite quartet groups coming up is Keith Wonderboy Johnson and the Spiritual Voices. That is my number one pick. Coming up right after him is Darrell McFadden and the Disciples. Right after that is Harvey Watkins Jr. and the Canton Spirituals. There's a couple of newcomers that I like. I like the Gospel Legends, and I like Tim Rogers.
All
So
right.
those are my five.
All
Gerard.
right. All right, Gerard.
Pretty much, me and him got the same thing. But pretty much going back to egos, I say the best way that that so that way egos don't get involved. You just gotta I'm like this. If a problem occurs in the group, I'm the type of person that goes to the person like, look, we need to come together. Let's talk about this situation, and let's move on. So the ego situation, I mean, it's just best to just talk about situations, so that way if egos don't come in or down the line that come into things like that.
Mm-hmm.
And as far as I'm coming, yeah. So me and Keith, we got the same favorites.
All right. Hey, let's talk about the project name, Wonderful. I want to talk about that one first because that's one of my favorites on the project. And Thank You, Jesus, and Wait on Jesus. Let's chime in on those titles and why you chose those titles.
Okay, well, Wonderful is actually it's a cover for us. It was a song that we decided to actually pay homage to one of our mentors, being Keith Wonderboy Johnson and Spiritual Voices. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
they had a way of singing it themselves, live, and on one of their early projects they released Wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
It was always an amazing song to us. When we first started singing and rehearsing it, I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of skeptical about doing it. And Surprisingly to me, it definitely became a blessing to
Mm-hmm.
us. So shout out to my uncle Spanky Williams for writing the song. There would be no version of this song without Billy Preston, which with You Are So Beautiful. So we never want to take credit for things that we have not done. We
Mm-hmm.
definitely want to give honor to all of those that have paved the way for us and made it possible for us to do what we do. As far as that song, Thank You, Jesus, and Wait on Jesus is two songs written by my god brother, Hezi Pathea Jr.
Ezra.
Lord Hezi. Uh, he came with these two songs
Mm-hmm.
during our recording process of the presentation. If you go back to that initial album, both of those songs are on that initial album. Um, I can't really tell you about the writing process of it because he wrote it. Um,
Right.
but I know that it's those songs have a past with him. He grew up, singing those songs and writing those
Mm-hmm.
songs for his family group. And throughout our process of doing Unlimited, he brought it to us, and somehow we brought it to life. So what you hear on the live experience
Mm-hmm.
is his foundation with a little bit of our flavor, and
Okay.
that's what brought everything to life.
Hey, I just want to play a little bit of this one. I love this one.
Can anybody be real with themselves and raise their hand up real high and just be a witness when I say, God is so, He's so wonderful. I don't wait on that to say now. I'm going to say, to me. And every now and then when I get all by myself, ain't nobody around. I look up to one time and I tell him, Jesus, you're everything that I'm hoping. Said if you don't know it,
Thanks, Teddy.
yeah. 'Cause Lord, you're everything. Everything that I am. So if you don't mind, help me sing God. Is so wonderful.
Hey, I'm not going to play all my CD. I want y'all to go out there, download this project, live experience right here, unlimited live experience CD. And I'm telling you, it's a blessing. Hey, a lot of people like fast songs. They like, songs that get up, hand clapping, foot stomping, but it's nothing like those songs that where you could just sit back and say, man, listen to that harmony, listen to them keys back there in the background, and it's great. And let's touch on that subject. For singing, in the quartet singing. Now a lot of times, you get gospel groups say, "I'm one track mind. I'm going to do it this way, or it's the highway." How important is it that you have versatility in your projects, and having different types of styles, different type of in your music.
Okay, well, I'll speak on that first. Um, if I would be honest, I'm a quartet head, so I love quartet to the fullest. And
Mm-hmm.
I'll be honest, it took people like Gerard and Hezzy to break me out of that. So usually when I write a song, my writing could be kind of generic. I follow the trends of the
Mm-hmm.
time. I write songs that I feel would fit in with today's music. And Hezzy and Gerard has a way, or they have a way, and they had a way of always breaking me out of that. So if I wanted the song structure to go a certain way, they would say, "No, we're not going to do it that way because everybody's doing it that way. We're going to do it another way." And
Yeah.
I've learned through experience, and I can say when I'm right and when I'm wrong, that they were absolutely right because through that they gave us our own particular sound.
Mm-hmm.
And I've learned now that yes, it's great to have versatility because now there's a difference from when I put on someone else's album and when I
Mm-hmm.
put on Unlimited's album. I know what I'm listening to
Mm-hmm.
when I hear Unlimited. We have a sound. So yes, it's definitely great to have versatility. It's definitely great
Def-
to make your own mark, have your own sound, and have your own identity in
Yeah.
music.
Yeah, and I look at one of the videos of the late pastor Sean Jones,
Yes, sir.
and he was down in one little country towns in North Carolina, South Carolina,
Uh huh.
and so he got up and said, "I'm gonna sing my country song." And you should have seen all the older folks get up and start moving. You thought they were in wheelchairs. They got up out of the wheelchair and started dancing. Yeah. So so it's great, where you can have a versatility when it comes down to songs, because you can touch different people's hearts
right.
when it comes down to the music. Just like like I say, I like the mellow, I like the harmony songs, and then the young people might like to like to get up and clap your hands, and and even a little bit of a little rap, gospel hip hop, type of a song, because there's different ways you can reach, different folks, and so yeah, we got so many people out here chiming in. We got Darren Perry, a big
Yeah,
fan,
man.
Big
We a
right?
big
E.
fan of
What up, man?
yours, Darren. Stop, man. Stop.
And I had to laugh at this one. He got Quincy S.G. Williamson. He said, "Merry Christmas."
You,
Oh my
man.
gosh.
Love you, man.
Yeah, so many out there chiming in, and I'm so proud to have you guys on. How has this COVID-19 affected you guys, or has it not affected you guys in the process, and how has the internet helped you guys? And before that, I want to yeah, we got TKG.
That's Teddy G from our group. So
All
Everybody
right.
say what's up,
All
Teddy. That's
all right,
my
Teddy.
second lead singer.
All right. Yes, yes. All right. And Darren Perry, again, having your own lane is a great lane to
Yes,
be in.
sir.
All right.
Definitely.
All right. All right. Yeah, let's talk about, this COVID-19, how it has affected you guys, and also how has the internet helped you guys?
Go ahead,
Well,
Gerard.
the internet, it basically helped us. I mean, it helped us to like do more promotions because right now the world shut down. I mean, things are opening back up, but the world shut down, so that it gave us more. How can I say it? It gave us more of an opportunity to display stuff from like home, or like promo pitches, little old or songs we never put out, because we just put out a song about 2-3 weeks ago. It was a song we recorded back in 2015. So
Mm-hmm.
if it wasn't for COVID-19, we probably would never even put the song out. So
Mm-hmm.
it's a blessing at the same time, pretty much.
Oh, that's good. Good.
Uh, how has COVID affected us? So, as far as us doing shows, some of the bookings that we had for the year that we were looking forward to, of
Mm-hmm.
course, it stopped us from doing that, which is the downside of it. But I will say this: um, it blew my mind. It blew my mind to know that over the course of this time, that different radio stations like yourself and so many others picked up this project and started playing it. So I was grateful that even though it may have seemed like we were down and we were quiet and we were not
Mm-hmm.
working,
Mm-hmm.
God was still in the midst and spreading our music, and spreading our message and our ministry across the sound waves. So um, even though it seemed like a curse and it stopped everybody,
Mm-hmm.
I feel it gave everybody in quartet and in ministry time to reevaluate themselves, get themselves reconnected back with God, and it became a blessing for us because without COVID, we
Mm-hmm.
wouldn't be able to do this radio interview now. So I'm
Yeah.
thankful for it.
Hey, I wanted to say that and Jarrell L. Brown, he answered he presented my question. All
Real
right.
man.
Rel, see, okay, Rel is
Yeah.
being funny because I just spoke to him
Uh-huh.
yesterday about
Okay.
this. So okay,
Okay.
you putting the fire under me, big bro. I see you.
Yeah. Yeah,
Um,
because I was gonna ask you that question next.
okay, well, honestly, I'm the leader of the group, but my little brothers don't let me lead all the time. So I have to consult with my core team members,
Mm,
Gerard Romaine and Hezi Padilla Jr. Rel is not the first one to ask when we're doing a virtual,
yeah.
and he probably won't be the last until we do it.
Mm,
So I know that there's a couple of different options that we can go about it. It's all about us planning and putting it together. So if the fans want it, if the fans and the people want it, and I don't like calling them fans because we love everybody, but if the
mm.
people want it, then y'all get on Gerard nerve, and I bet you it get done.
All right. All right. Also, Jeffrey Sherrill's Uncle Jay
uh,
is proud of his
Oh, what up,
nephews.
Jeff? Uncle Jeff, what's up, man?
like, love you, man.
All right.
Word.
All right. All right. So, what's next for you guys? You guys are doing so much in the music industry. What's next for you guys?
Go
You
ahead,
want to
King.
answer, Gerard? Oh, me? I can. Oh, I answer. Okay. We're in the process of recording our next album. It's
Yes.
entitled Infinity, and I'll give you a little bit about that. The reason that I feel God has led me to name it Infinity is because it's a synonym for what unlimited is, and unlimited is we're named that because we're basically saying there is no limit to God's power. There's no limit to where He can take us
Mm-hmm.
if we keep Him first. And the word infinity means that it goes on forever. It's infinite. It never stops. And I feel it's just a synonym for God's love, God's compassion towards us,
Yeah.
His favor on us. It's infinite, it's unlimited, and it's gonna keep growing on us and keep being with us. And I feel that that's what's going to happen as long as we keep putting out this music and keeping God first. So that's why we naming it in Infinity.
All right. All right. So Jarrell said, please do and thank you. Amen.
Jarrell, I'll do it if I can have you feature on the song with me. So when you come sing with me, we'll do it.
All right. Is there anything you would like to say to and your fans or the people?
Um, for one, I want to say this. I want to say I want to give a shout out to first all my guys: Gerard, Hezzy, Dayron, Teddy, Eric, Joe, George, Gene, anybody that Zay,
Will,
anybody that has ever stepped
right,
on stage with
Gene,
me as a part of Unlimited. First of all, I want to say thank you guys. I love you guys. There's no way that my dream of doing this could have ever happened without you guys. I can't do it on my own. To the fans and to the people, we thank you so much, man. We love y'all. We never expected this impact. We never expected the love that we would receive from you guys,
Mhm.
requesting our songs, loving our music.
yes,
Man, it's all a part of the dream. We never expected it, and we love y'all. We thank y'all because y'all don't know. We just some kids from Brooklyn that wanted to do this forever. It was just a dream for us. It was just something ambitious that we always wanted to do. So with you guys backing us and putting your support behind us, you have already made all of our dreams come true. And we hope that you keep supporting us as we go into higher heights and deeper depths in God. We love y'all. Thank
yeah,
y'all.
yeah. We
All
love you
right.
guys.
And we got Gerard here. And you would like to give a shout out to all your fans and the people out there.
Yeah, I would like to give a shout out to all our supporters. Thank you guys, and I truly appreciate you guys. Sometimes it get hard. Sometimes we want to give up. Sometimes we have
Yes,
arguments.
sir.
I ain't doing this no more, man. And then late on that day, I called my cousin, yo, man, you still mad at me, man?
Uh,
and then and then we just pick up where we left off. So we just want
Mhm.
to just everybody.
Uh,
Thank you so
Oh,
much.
and
Bottom
last
of
but
my heart.
not least, and I could never forget this one person. We want to thank God for everything, man.
Yes.
Thank God for our ability to produce music, write music, compose music, our abilities to sing and play.
mhm.
We would first of all, we're nothing without him first. And like Gerard said, it do get hard sometimes. Yes, we fuss and we fight, and that's why I say we're more than just a singing group. We are a
Uh,
brotherhood because we argue and fight like brothers. That's one.
yeah.
But yes, even in those moments where we do want to give up, it's different people like the fans and people that love us that are watching video of ours or listen to a song of ours and hit us up in our inbox and say, "Oh,
Mhm.
because of you in this song, it helped me make it through. It helped me get through this time in my life," and that's what gives us the willpower to go on. So we thank y'all. We thank God, and we just love y'all. We love everybody.
And I just will post this comment out here from Michi. Y'all forgot to tell them that y'all were guitar
No,
players.
no, we did not. We did not. I said that in the beginning of the interview, Uncle Michi. we was guitar players. We had plastic guitars playing behind our mothers. Yes,
Plastic.
that's how we started.
Hey, I want you guys and all your fans to and supporters to go out to YouTube. We'll post this on YouTube, and also we'll air this live stream again on tomorrow night uh, around the same time, 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, or here on the Vnetwork Radio. And you can go out to YouTube and you can archive this for your archives. All right.
Yes, sir.
All right. So yeah, thank you all. Thank all the listeners and viewers, V Network Radio, and all the fans and supporters that's out there that makes this happen. Tell us how can you reach you and how and the projects that you have out. How can you get those projects?
Go ahead, Gerard.
You can reach us on Instagram. It's unlimited underscore ministry. You can reach us on our Facebook page, which is unlimited. You can reach me by 347-909-4957 or call Keith. He'll tell you his number in a second. And you can get our music by going to Apple Music or Spotify. Just type in Unlimited, or either type in Unlimited the presentation, or type in Unlimited the live experience, or Unlimited Do You Know Him, or whatever, or any one of our songs gonna come up on
All
YouTube
right.
or outlet.
Okay. All right. Hey, you just heard Unlimited. Here's a little bit of Thank You, Jesus. We're getting so many people chiming in.
Man, people love that lean with the rock with it. Good night.
All right. Hey, I'm telling you, you guys are awesome, man. Keep up the
Oh,
good work, and see some great things happening for you guys, national and international. Hey, I want to, when you guys make it up there to the Stellars and awards, and want to make sure you remember Vnetwork Radio had you first. I got the archive right.
Yep.
I got the
And
video.
we want to encourage everybody to tune in to our brother Donald Padgett and the Vnetwork Radio. Tune in, get these great gospel interviews, get this great gospel music. Tune in, tell somebody, share it with a friend that he has great gospel music on the air with great interviews.
And I want to give a shout out to Michi, Michi Studios in Connecticut. And I want to thank him. If you are artists out there in Connecticut, Michi, you reach out to Michi. And Michi, if you can, post your number, and I want to put your number out there for anybody for production, for any studio work. You're one of the best, all over the nationwide. You're in internationally, so you're one of the best. And so if you can, post your number, Michi, or a contact for you, we'll definitely put it up on the screen.
Uncle Michi is a living legend, man.
Yes.
We
and
studio to finish up.
Huh?
Say it again, Gerard.
I was saying we actually going to the studio to finish up the rest of our record.
Okay. Michi just posted it. It's called Michi Sweetheart Studios, and you can reach him out there. And his contact number is 203-996-3658.
Gerard, let's mention Uncle Michi a little bit. Uncle Michi, tell him you are a real uncle, man. They think you are a play uncle, man. This ain't music. This is tell them you are a real uncle.
All right. So you go out there and support Michi and what he's doing, doing some great things in the Connecticut area and all over. Hey, he's one of the best. He's been out there. He's, a dynamic artist. So make sure you go out there and contact him. If you out there want to do some recording, contact Michi. He's the man.
That's the man to go to in Connecticut, man.
All right. All right. You guys. Okay. You're supposed to again. All right. Okay. All right. With that said, you guys have anything else that you want to present, or you all set?
I guess we're all set.
Follow us on Instagram. Unlimited.
Yep.
We'll follow you back.
All right.
Follow us.
All right.
We thank y'all for y'all continuous support. Be on the lookout for some new things coming. We got some pictures coming. We got a new single coming. We got new music coming. So just like y'all been supporting the last few releases, support. Motivate us to keep giving y'all this great gospel music, and we're gonna keep doing our best to keep giving it.
All right. Hey, also I want to give a shout out to Donovan. All right, Donovan, who made this possible.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
We want to give a shout out to
Thank you,
Mr.
man.
Donovan Adams and Full Cloud Records.
Mhm.
He is the reason that we got an opportunity to do this interview tonight. And like as I said, over the pandemic, we've been playing on multiple stations, and it's not off of our own doing, but it's because of people like him that God has put in our life and our ministry that
Yeah.
believes in us and is allowing for our ministry to go forth. So we thank God for you and we salute you, sir. Thank you,
All
Mr.
right.
Adams.
All right. And Michi gave his last response. Much love, fellas. Keep up the good work. All right.
Thanks.
Love you, Aunt.
All right. We'll see y'all. Take care.
See you,
right.
Doc. Thank you again.
All right.